Sharing is one of the most powerful and transformative acts a person can engage in, yet it's often underestimated in its importance. We grow up hearing phrases like sharing is caring, but as we move through life, the profound significance behind these words can get lost in the daily rush. True sharing, whether of time, knowledge, resources, or kindness, goes beyond simple acts of generosity. It creates bonds, spreads positivity, and lays the foundation for stronger communities and deeper personal relationships. When we embrace a mindset of sharing, we open up doors not only for others but for ourselves. We start seeing opportunities to make a difference, and in doing so, we experience a sense of fulfillment and connection that no amount of individual success can bring. There's something almost magical that happens when we choose to share. It's as though the very act itself has a ripple effect, impacting more lives than we might ever realize. When you share, you're not just giving something away, you're planting a seed. That seed can grow in ways that may seem small at first: a simple compliment, a few words of advice, or a friendly gesture. But over time, these small acts can multiply and inspire, creating a culture of openness and kindness around us. In many ways, sharing becomes a form of legacy, something that can live on long after the original moment has passed. And while it's true that sharing benefits others, it's also one of the simplest and most effective ways to enrich our own lives. When we give, we step outside ourselves, and in that moment, we experience a different kind of joy, one that's rooted in selflessness and human connection. Sharing isn't always easy. We often hesitate, feeling as though what we have to offer isn't enough or fearing rejection. We might think, what if no one finds value in this, or what if I end up with less? Yet these doubts are often rooted in a scarcity mindset, a belief that resources, ideas, and opportunities are limited. The reality is that sharing doesn't deplete us, rather, it expands our world. Think about the moments when someone shared a piece of wisdom or encouragement that made a difference for you. Chances are, they may not even realize the impact they had on your life. Similarly, when we choose to share, we can't always foresee the positive chain reaction that may follow, but we know that it's a possibility. And that potential alone makes sharing worth it. Imagine a world where everyone was more open to sharing what they have and who they are. Picture the connections we could build, the problems we could solve, and the unity we could achieve. Sharing encourages transparency, empathy, and mutual respect, qualities that are the bedrock of any thriving community or relationship. In sharing, we show vulnerability, a willingness to open up and offer parts of ourselves. This openness is what builds trust, creating a sense of belonging and safety that's essential in both personal and professional settings. We may sometimes think of sharing as a one-way transaction, but in reality, it's a cycle. When we share, others are often inspired to do the same, creating a circle of generosity that strengthens everyone involved. One of the most remarkable aspects of sharing is that it doesn't always require grand gestures. The most meaningful contributions can be small and spontaneous. A smile shared with a stranger, a listening ear for a friend, a simple favor offered with no expectation of return. These little acts of kindness have a way of brightening someone's day and fostering goodwill. Often these acts cost us nothing, yet their impact is profound. Moreover, sharing doesn't mean we have to give away everything we have. It simply means making a choice to give where we can in ways that are sustainable and heartfelt. In doing so, we demonstrate that we're part of something bigger, a community or network where each person's actions have the power to uplift others. In professional settings, the concept of sharing can lead to a culture of collaboration and innovation. By sharing knowledge and insights, we move away from a competitive mindset and foster an environment where people are encouraged to learn from each other. When team members feel empowered to share ideas without fear of judgment, creativity flourishes. And in this way, sharing becomes a driving force for progress. This doesn't mean that individual contributions aren't valued. Rather, it means that we recognize the strength in pooling our collective wisdom. When we focus on collaboration, we create a culture of continuous growth and improvement that ultimately benefits everyone involved. There's also an element of self-discovery in sharing. Each time we choose to share, we learn something about ourselves, our strengths, our passions, and our values. In giving, we come to understand what matters to us, what we have to offer, and how we wish to impact others. Sometimes the simple act of sharing can reveal hidden talents or interests that we may not have recognized otherwise. Perhaps you offer to help someone with a project and in the process, realize a new skill you hadn't previously explored. Or maybe you share a personal story and find that it resonates deeply with others, giving you a new sense of purpose or direction. In this way, sharing can be both a gift to others and a journey of personal growth. Ultimately, sharing is about building bridges. In a world that sometimes feels divided and isolating, the choice to share stands as a powerful counterforce. It's a reminder that at the core, we're all interconnected and our lives are richer when we support and uplift each other. Sharing allows us to reach across boundaries of culture, of experience, and of perspective, creating common ground and fostering unity. It's a way of saying, I see you and I'm here to help, a sentiment that is both rare and invaluable. So let us embrace the act of sharing as not just a virtue, but as a choice, a deliberate action that can transform lives in ways big and small. The journey toward a more sharing mindset begins with a simple decision to be generous, open, and kind. It doesn't require perfection, just intention. As we practice sharing in small ways, we might find it becomes a natural extension of who we are. In turn, the people we touch with our generosity may be inspired to pass it on, creating a chain of positive energy that extends far beyond our immediate reach. Sharing, then, is not just an action, it's a mindset and a way of life. It's about choosing to leave the world a little better than we found it, one shared moment at a time. The power and impact of sharing are profound, extending beyond the simple act of giving. When we choose to share, whether it's our time, knowledge, or resources, we not only support others, but also create a ripple effect that can transform lives and communities. Sharing allows us to connect on a deeper level, fostering empathy, trust, and mutual understanding. By sharing openly, we break down barriers, bridge differences, and create a sense of belonging. This connection strengthens relationships and builds a foundation for genuine collaboration, enabling people to feel valued and understood. Sharing also cultivates a culture of generosity that spreads far beyond the initial act. A single shared idea, moment of support, or gesture of kindness can inspire others to do the same, creating a chain reaction of goodwill. In professional settings, sharing knowledge and insights promotes teamwork and innovation, as people are encouraged to learn from one another without fear of judgment. When we shift from a competitive mindset to one of shared growth, we unlock greater creativity and progress that benefits everyone involved. On a personal level, sharing can be an act of self-discovery. It allows us to recognize our strengths and values, revealing what truly matters to us. Each act of sharing is a step toward building a world where people uplift and empower each other. This choice to give, no matter how small, reflects a commitment to making a positive impact. Ultimately, the power of sharing lies in its ability to transform not only others' lives, but our own, creating a cycle of generosity that enriches all. Overcoming doubts and a scarcity mindset is essential for embracing the transformative potential of sharing. Many of us hesitate to share, often feeling that what we have to offer isn't enough or fearing that we might lose something valuable. This scarcity mindset, believing resources, time, or opportunities are limited, can keep us from opening up and reaching out to others. It fosters a sense of competition rather than collaboration, which ultimately limits personal growth and connection. To move past these doubts, it helps to recognize that sharing doesn't mean depletion. In fact, sharing frequently leads to abundance, as it builds trust, goodwill, and new opportunities. Consider moments when someone offered you advice, encouragement, or even a small gesture of kindness that made a meaningful difference. These instances often show that the value of sharing extends far beyond material resources. By shifting our perspective to one of abundance, we can see that sharing is not only sustainable but deeply enriching, bringing mutual benefits for all involved. Letting go of a scarcity mindset also involves building self-confidence and focusing on what we genuinely have to offer, regardless of how small it might seem. When we believe in the value of our contributions, we're more likely to share openly and generously. As we practice sharing, we begin to experience the cycle of positivity and connection it creates, proving that by overcoming our doubts, we can lead lives marked by trust, support, and collective growth. Building connections and community through sharing is one of the most meaningful ways we can impact others and foster a sense of belonging. Sharing creates a foundation of trust and mutual respect, helping us form connections that go beyond surface-level interactions. When we share our time, experiences, or resources, we signal to others that they matter, that their well-being is important, and that we're willing to be there for them. This openness is what transforms acquaintances into friendships, teams into supportive networks, and neighborhoods into thriving communities. By sharing openly, we invite others to do the same, cultivating a culture of reciprocity. This kind of environment encourages people to feel safe, valued, and understood. It also builds resilience, as members of a community know they can rely on each other during times of need. In such spaces, sharing becomes a way to pool collective strengths, skills, and ideas, making it possible to overcome challenges and achieve goals that would be difficult alone. In building communities through sharing, we also bridge differences. Sharing personal stories or perspectives helps to break down stereotypes, foster empathy, and create understanding. This inclusivity enriches the community, celebrating diversity while highlighting common ground. Over time, these shared experiences help create a sense of unity and a bond that strengthens everyone involved. Embracing sharing as a core value in our interactions ultimately enables us to live in communities where support, compassion, and connection are abundant. Sharing in professional settings is essential for fostering collaboration and driving innovation. In workplaces where sharing knowledge, ideas, and resources is encouraged, individuals are more likely to feel valued and engaged. When team members share their unique insights and skills, they contribute to a pool of knowledge that everyone can benefit from, creating a collaborative environment where creativity thrives. A culture of sharing breaks down silos and encourages open communication, allowing diverse perspectives to come together and spark new ideas. This environment promotes innovation, as people feel empowered to build on each other's insights without fear of competition or judgment. In such settings, sharing leads to more effective problem solving, as teams can tap into a wider range of expertise and viewpoints. It enables employees to learn from one another, which enhances both individual and collective growth. Moreover, sharing in professional settings fosters trust and strengthens team dynamics. When colleagues are open with their knowledge and supportive of each other's growth, it creates a sense of community that goes beyond mere job descriptions. People are more willing to take calculated risks and contribute creatively, knowing they have the support of their team. This supportive culture of sharing not only drives innovation, but also helps retain talent, as employees are more likely to stay in environments where they feel encouraged to learn and grow. Ultimately, sharing in professional settings transforms workplaces into collaborative spaces where ideas can flow freely, teams can grow stronger, and innovative solutions can emerge. By prioritizing sharing, organizations can harness the collective potential of their people and create a workplace culture that is agile, inclusive, and continuously evolving. Self-discovery through sharing is a journey that often reveals hidden strengths, passions, and values. When we share, whether it's our knowledge, experiences, or time, we're not just helping others, we're learning more about ourselves. Each act of sharing encourages us to reflect on what truly matters to us and what we uniquely have to offer. We might discover skills we didn't realize we had, or find a new sense of purpose by seeing how our contributions impact others. Sharing allows us to step out of our comfort zones, opening doors to personal growth and new insights. For example, sharing a personal story can make us aware of the resilience we've developed or the values we hold dear. Similarly, offering guidance to someone else can remind us of our expertise and the journey we've taken to get where we are. Through these moments, we gain a clearer understanding of our own potential and the ways we can meaningfully contribute to the world around us. Additionally, sharing often creates feedback loops that help refine our self-awareness. When we share openly, we receive responses from others that can validate, challenge, or expand our self-view. This feedback helps us grow, as it brings fresh perspectives to our experiences and encourages us to consider how we can evolve. In many ways, self-discovery through sharing is a continuous process. The more we give of ourselves, the more we uncover about our own needs, strengths, and aspirations. By embracing sharing as part of our lives, we not only build connections with others, but also deepen our understanding of who we are and what we're capable of becoming. Sharing serves as a powerful bridge across differences, connecting people from diverse backgrounds, perspectives, and experiences. In a world where cultural, social, and ideological divides can sometimes seem vast, the simple act of sharing, whether stories, ideas, or resources, helps to build understanding and empathy. When we share openly, we invite others to see our authentic selves, fostering a sense of familiarity and commonality that can break down stereotypes and preconceived notions. Through sharing, we're able to humanize one another, highlighting similarities amidst differences. For instance, sharing personal stories or cultural traditions can introduce people to perspectives they might never have encountered otherwise. These exchanges foster respect and appreciation, helping to bridge gaps in understanding and creating a foundation for meaningful relationships. When we're willing to share parts of our lives, we allow others to see the world through our eyes, opening pathways to empathy and mutual respect. Sharing across differences also encourages open-mindedness, as we learn to listen to and appreciate viewpoints distinct from our own. This open-mindedness is crucial for addressing complex global and social issues, as it allows us to collaboratively seek solutions that honor a diversity of voices. Sharing, therefore, creates inclusive spaces where different perspectives are valued, enhancing our ability to work together for common goals. Ultimately, sharing is a way to unite across boundaries. It reminds us that despite our differences, we are connected by common hopes, challenges, and the shared human experience. By embracing sharing as a bridge, we create a world where dialogue, cooperation, and understanding thrive, allowing us to move forward together with compassion and respect. Ending a speech without headings provides a natural conversational close that leaves listeners with a lasting impression. Unlike structured sections or bullet points, a cohesive conclusion allows you to tie together the main ideas in a way that feels fluid and engaging. This technique can make the ending feel more personal and memorable, helping your audience to feel the overall message instead of just recalling individual points. It also creates an opportunity for the speaker to leave the audience with a strong call to action or a thought-provoking idea that resonates emotionally, encouraging listeners to reflect on the speech as a whole rather than focusing on separate topics. A seamless ending can reinforce the unity of your message, making it more impactful and cohesive.